Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy Sunday to all of you. Today I am in another area that is one of my really favorite spots in Moscow. For some reason I always feel very drawn to come to this area. Behind me I showed you this church many times. Actually I've showed you this inside as well. This is the church where Pushkin got married to Natalia. And I think it's called the Greatest Church of Ascension, I believe. That's the name. I'm sorry if I mix it up. And then on this side you have TASS agency, the news agency that I bring you the news from quite often. The sign behind me is 2024. It used to say Moscow. Probably in summertime it will say it again. And that's when I will be back. I'll be back. Yes, not like I like the guy, you know who. Schwarzenegger, another one that they delivered to put into certain positions. But guys, today I have some news for you. Two topics I would like to address. We're gonna walk through this tunnel. And then I sit on the side and I will read you the articles. Actually, two articles. Let's start with what's going on with the protest of Polish farmers again, because we have to talk about it. The protest is going strong and Polish farmers became the best investigators of the smuggling systems that has been going on between Ukraine and Poland and other countries. Well, when I'm saying countries, it's really between certain individuals who profit from this kind of monkey business, right? But those farmers became so on point with uncovering the details of those smuggling procedures. And you have to excuse me today, it's Sunday, so it's a bit of free-flowing video. Before we end this video, I want to tell you, I know this is off topic now, this is the restroom in Moscow. I have to tell you, every time I use those places, which are positioned very wisely in those areas where you actually need to use them, they are always clean, immaculately clean. Maybe I show you how to use it if you want to know those kind of practical things. How you use your card, what you do, because it's all in Russian, of course, but it's easy to understand with the symbols, even to those who don't speak the language. I understand Russian actually a lot. I don't speak too much, but I understand a lot. So I'm in a little bit better position than most of people who never came across this language. Anyway, let's start with something that will be the title of this video. Here are my notes. Okay, so what is a grain carousel? What is it? A Polish farmer explained how, according to Polish farmers, a grain carousel works. Of course, what we mean here is the grain from Ukraine. So it looks like this. The whole procedure looks like this. Ukrainian grain enters Poland, Lublin or Podkarpacie region, then as transit goes through Poland. Despite the embargo, this is allowed. Then the car heads to Lithuania, so it goes all the way up north to Lithuania. After crossing the Polish-Lithuanian border, the transport is tracked by the Polish services. Then the car with the grain returns to the border and changes the documents, and the cargo becomes a community good that can freely enter the country. In this way, the embargo on products from Ukraine, not just the grain, they called it the carousel, grain carousel, but this is any product from Ukraine. In this way, the embargo on products from Ukraine, which Poland introduced on September 15th last year, 2023, is avoided. You remember they put embargo on products from Ukraine. So what farmers are on track with, they are the best, I'm telling you, the best investigators and the best inspectors of the smuggling, corruption, etc. They pinpointed how the embargo is actually avoided, what they do with this grain, how it goes, and because of this road, how they created this road around to still benefit from bringing those products, which will stay in Poland, by the way, in spite of embargo, and then they go to other places. They want to do a blockade in agreement with Lithuanian farmers. So the blockade on the border with Lithuania and Poland is scheduled for March 1st, and it will last for a week. And I think the crossing point is called Budzisk, the borderline. This is the place where the protest will be. And they became the best investigators, you know. So I say bravo to Polish farmers, because simple people who love the country actually do more to take care of the business of this country than those so-called leaders, okay? I don't know why I'm screaming. I always feel like I'm not talking loud enough because some of you complain, but actually the sound is good. I know it is. So guys, 27th of February, Warsaw protests. They will be also blocking some crossing border points on border between Poland and Germany. That's what I know for sure. It's just, I think, one spot. Słubice, I think. That's the name, this one. And yeah, that's what's happening. Some of you came across, some of you who are Polish, because I know Polish people are watching me. Some of you came across a video with a nun, Polish nun, or a woman who, you know, maybe just dress up as nun. Some people have those strange fetishes and stuff, right? You know. So she was, as a nun, crossing the border from Poland to Ukraine with a humanitarian help. And you know what it was? The parts for the cars and wires. Some wires and some parts for the cars. This is humanitarian help. Guys, I'm telling you, the shit show that's going on is beyond. It's just beyond your imagination. But thank you, Polish farmers, for taking care of it, for those who want to fool us, because we know better what's going on. And in spite of those embargo and rules, still those products are crossing Polish border. Now I have the second article for you, which is about Ukraine legalizes drugs. They are meant to come in handy on the front line. This is the title of the article. To this article you will have the link down below in the description box. It's from a portal I usually don't bring you the news from, which is, you will see, it's called, like if you translate, Oxygen 2, that's the name, Polish portal. Of course has a Ukrainian flag on it, like what has changed. It's amazing, right, when you think about it. We used to have this Ukrainian flag all around Europe, like especially in Poland. All those buildings with the offices, important offices. And then what they do now to Polish flag? And we hang this flag everywhere. Schools, I don't know, hospitals maybe too, everywhere it was hanging. And now what they do with Polish flag. But let's start with this. The drugs that already has been given to soldiers. Many of you know about it. This is like Nazis Germany 2.0. We will stimulate you to fight system. So Ukraine legalizes drugs. They are meant to come in handy on the front line. A few days after the Ukrainian government legalized medical marijuana, the Minister of Defense of Ukraine signed a memorandum with the State Service for Medical Products and Drug Control. I mean, control, this is like oxymoron in Ukraine. Anything like with control is like oxymoron. This will allow the army to use, for example, psychotropic drugs in combat conditions. On February 21st, 2024, So just before the 2-year anniversary of SMO, the Deputy Minister of Defense of Ukraine, Natalia Kalmykova, and the head of the State Service for Medical Products and Drug Control, Roman Isayenko, signed a memorandum of partnership and cooperation. What does this mean in practice? From now on, representatives of the Ministry of National Defense are joining a working group that is considering the issue of issuing permits to military units to use narcotic drugs, psychotropic substances, and precursors for the purpose of providing medical assistance, according to the website of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine. So you can actually go on their official website and you find it there. The name precursors are a substance of natural or synthetic origin that can be converted into drugs. Guys, you see? They are turning us, those people are one of us, right? Many of those people are actually at the front line, majority, against their own will. How they go there? They are dragged. So this woman, Natalia Kalmykova, who she was, let me see, I forgot already. Natalia Kalmykova, she's the Deputy Minister of Defense of Ukraine. She said this: last week, the first permit to work in combat conditions with drugs and precursors was issued. The license allows for a regular, I don't know this word, so bear with me, procurement of medicines necessary to provide medical assistance to wounded soldiers in the pre-hospitalized period. The signing of the memorandum comes a few days after Volodymyr Zelensky approved the law on the legislation of medical marijuana. It was signed into law on February 13th. So now officially the drugs will be allowed, as if they have not been into action already. And what do you think? Any new object being even more smuggled through the border with Poland? I think so. Another chin-chin business, no? That's how they operate, surprise, surprise. But I have to tell you guys, Polish farmers, I am absolutely so much respect for those people. They are not putting up with the BS anymore. They are fighting for everyone and they are not giving up. I will continue. I just want to show you the system maybe here with this restroom. No, this one is not so easy to show you another time because this is an older one. So Polish farmers, guys, they talk about how Ukrainian products not only don't meet the EU standards as far as the healthy standards. That's one thing. Second is that the products that of course were sold with a very, very low price, which means they were not able to sell their own product that are healthy, that cost money to be produced, and time and energy. And when you listen to those Polish farmers who tell their story that they own this land, small land, this is not like massive corporation owned by, US or some oligarchs in Ukraine. Those farmers, they have the land from generation to generation, and they talk about the history, like they say, my grandfather had this, and my grandfather had it, and then my father, and now I have it, and I want to give it to my son. And it really breaks your heart when you're listening to it, because you see those people really love the country. This is Poland. They are Poland. And I support them with my whole heart and soul. So guys, we will end this video in a very strange way, because who really cares about restrooms? Actually, we all do. But this is a practical final part of the video. So let me show you here. This is the new restroom. If you're in those parks, here is the price. You put your card right here. Here says women, here says men. Here it shows you how many people can enter. So 4 people can enter, it's free. So only no one is here. Here 3 men, which means 1 man is inside, okay? And then if it's 2, then it's just 2 men. So this gives you an idea. If it's like 0, it means it's full. I know you're like, what is she saying? But you know, sometimes you have to show people something different. They are so clean inside. Maybe one day I will just show you those things. It doesn't smell bad. Toilet paper is there and all good. So with this being said, I will end this video here. And like I said, the link will be down below in the description box, as well as to my Instagram. And buy me a coffee, also the mailing list that I always recommend you to join, just in case, since you never know. Locals community as well. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, for all your comments and all your donations. It means the world to me. I know I don't have comments of the day, but I will definitely catch up on this coming week. I might have 2 live streams this coming week. So stay tuned for that. Lots of love, and remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. Bye everyone.